Are you in a relationship with someone who is avoidant or walled off? They won't know how to delight in you. That's that's a key takeaway. They will not know how to delight in you. They won't know how to address conflict with you because they don't want to deal with anything that could bring up an uncomfortable feeling. If you're sad about something in the relationship, they don't want to talk about it, especially because the sadness has to do with the relationship and with them. Because a person who is relational and who knows, has empathy, and is like emotionally whole, they're going to want to know, oh my God, you're upset with me? What happened? What did I do? What's going on? But that's scary for an avoidant. It's too scary. They don't want to know what they did because they don't want to look at anything. They don't want to heal anything in the relationship. They're fine. Things are just fine, honey. They're just fine. Just come on. I'm going to go work on some projects. What's the big deal here? Sexually, they will keep their eyes closed during sex. An avoidant or walled off person keeps their eyes closed during sex. This is not because they're mean. They're not mean. They're very sweet. They're good fathers. They're good providers. They do the house projects, the yard projects. They help with the kids. But they're afraid of intimacy and connection, either because something happened to them as children, meet badly, that they were hurt emotionally or physically violated, or they never experienced love growing up, or didn't see their parents love each other, or they didn't receive love or feel loved. So they had to put up a wall around their heart to feel protected. When you put up walls like that, or whatever programming you have as a child, a protective mechanism to freeze if someone wants to have a discussion, because your parents argued, and so you learn to freeze. Any kind of conflict is scary. You freeze. You don't want to talk about it. You never saw your parents argue because arguing or conflict was considered bad. You don't know how to do it. You avoid it. You avoid things. You avoid anything that has to do with feelings, dealing with conflict, dealing with love, dealing with connection. So during sex, they will keep their eyes closed. If it's in missionary, it could be easy because they're just laying on you with their head down in the pillow, or they could be above you and their eyes will always be closed. They will not kiss you. There will be no kissing during sex, ever. There will be no romantic music during sex. There will be no looking at you and just delighting in you. The other common position, or a very common one, is the man who only wants to do doggy style, or the woman who only wants to do doggy style, or the woman who just lays there in bed like a starfish. She doesn't look at you, she doesn't kiss you, she doesn't initiate, she doesn't touch you, walled off. Now, a lot of these people are very successful. They're doctors, they're lawyers, they're accomplished professionals. But just because you're intelligent and have goals doesn't mean you're emotionally whole. That's a complete different part of our human experience, how we connect with people, how relational we are. And so I'm just giving you some of the things that you can look for. An avoidant, walled off person is typically very busy, very productive. They're busy, 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 busy. They don't know how to be. They have to constantly distract themselves from just being. Just being is a good practice for any of us. It means that I can just sit here just for a few minutes and not have to do anything, not have to be on a phone, on a book, listening to a podcast. It means I can just sit here somewhere in nature or somewhere at home, maybe just look out the window and just be. Just be in this moment. Just be present. This is, the more someone can do this, the more able, I think they're able to tune into their emotions. Also, people who are emotionally whole, they're able to share with you their feelings. If they don't like something, if they like something, if there's a conflict, they're also able to initiate friendship, initiate connection, initiate get togethers. And if there's a problem in the relationship, they pick up on it and they want to resolve it. I noticed that you're a little bit, are you upset with me? What's going on? They will want to have those discussions. They're not always constantly talking about the relationship, but they're attuned to the other person feeling off or feeling distant, and they're willing to repair. If you're with someone who's walled off or avoidant, it's I guess you have to find a coping mechanism. You have to be willing, in my opinion, to become avoidant yourself so that you can match their avoidance style. You have to be a groveling people pleaser to try to please them all the time, I guess. Try to beg for their affection, which you will never get, so you'll be heartbroken. So you can be heartbroken or you can become withdrawn yourself, because if you stay open-hearted, and you want to be emotionally whole with someone who's emotionally whole, but you're with someone who keeps pushing you away, you're going to have feelings about it. You're going to be hurt. And in order to avoid the hurt, you have to withdraw yourself, right? What other option is there? So you have to limit your human experience to stay in that relationship. That's what I think. You have to limit your human experience to stay in that relationship, or you have to stay heartbroken. And then by heartbroken, you're going to what? Feel sorry for yourself, feel resentful, try to figure out what's wrong with you. And you're going down all these wrong rabbit holes. I mean, if you're with an avoidant person, you can just become avoidant yourself and not care. That's probably the best strategy, because then you're not in pain and you're just matching their level of avoidance. But I think that keeps us from growing. So if you're a person who wants to grow, you really can't grow in a relationship like that. Relationally, you can maybe grow in other things, like you guys can do hobbies together or learn how to do different things together, because they're happy to do those kinds of things. Those don't require intimacy. They're happy to do different kinds of projects with you, maybe go do different types of exercise with you. Another thing that they'll do, if you want to take a trip with them, just the two of you, they'll always want to bring the kids or bring someone along. It can never just be the two of you. And if it is the two of you, they'll find other things to do on the trip. Maybe they'll golf the whole day long, or they'll just read a book the whole day long. They'll have distraction mechanisms because they don't know how to be with themselves, so they can't really be with you. So I'm just curious if any of you have been with someone who's avoidant, or maybe you're avoidant. And I would love to read your comments on your own experience of being with an avoidant, walled-off person in a relationship, or what it's like for you if you feel you're avoidant. I will say that I think everybody has a certain amount of avoidance. Like, I have some amount of avoidance. Like, we all like our alone time. Even babies. Look at babies. They come to you to connect, and then they run off and play. They come and they go. So we all want to come closer and we want to go. We want to come closer and we want to go. But I think healthy relating requires empathy. And when we're having sex with people, we should definitely be able to look at them, kiss them, and delight in them. And when we're talking to people, we should be able to face them and look them in the eye while we're talking to them. Because when you're talking to an avoidant, they won't look at you. They will be looking away, because looking at you is too scary. It's too much of a connection somehow. Anyway, I will be back for the comments. And thank you so much for watching my video on avoidance and walled off people. I will never be with one like that again. I will tell you, I am never again.